Good evening and welcome to the Friday edition of Prime News on My Major Prime Live from Studio A at Fengudrombange in Douala, the economic capital of Cameroon. My name is Gienda Peldrin Blanche King. Recalcitrant business operators in the Douala 5 municipality accounting huge financial and material losses after a clean-up operation launched today in the municipality by the divisional officer for Douala 5. Irene Sama reports.
The divisional officer for Douala 5, Fombele Matthias Ayem, today embarked on an operation to clean his jurisdiction, during which all roadside businesses operating with no legal authorization were destabilized, with the objective to render the Douala 5 municipality in line with government's policy of urban order. In the Bonamounsadi neighborhood, business operators who fell prey to urban disorder are said to be recalcitrant due to the fact that prior warnings were sounded but never respected, as the least expected the DO's action in less than 24 hours of the notice.
Parce que cette année, beaucoup de gens ont dit que c'est le supermarché qui a installé, ce n'est plus le maire de Douala 5e qui installe. Hier, on nous avait averti, mais nous on était contents pour que ça pouvait arriver comme ça, parce que ça n'est jamais arrivé à ce que beaucoup de gens sont venus s'installer comme ça, en disant qu'on a montré les preuves comme même la communauté m'a blessé dernièrement en disant que le supermarché a envoyé quelqu'un de s'installer.
BrigadeAntiSardinard is a young, hard-working Cameroonian. He says, with the economic and health crisis, life has become hard, with the youth barely struggling for survival.
Je suis un jeune Camerounais anglophone. Ce matin, on a eu une descente sur le terrain, le sous-préfet doit une descente sur le terrain, ça casse tout. On ne sait plus ce qu'on va devenir, on ne sait pas ce qu'on va devenir. On essaie de se battre, on vient casser et tout, on ne sait pas si on va envoyer les gens voler, on ne sait pas trop. On ne sait pas où va le pays. On vit une crise, tout est difficile, on est en plein confinement. On fait des prêts à gauche et à droite, on se bat et on nous renvoie dans la rue comme ça. Vraiment, on ne sait plus vraiment ce qu'on va devenir. On ne sait pas. On ne sait pas.
Douala 5 is a municipality in Wuri division of the Littoral region in Cameroon, whose divisional officer Fombele Matthias Ayem is cracking hard on restoring orderliness in its nooks and crannies.
A locally made bomb which exploded in the early hours of yesterday, Thursday, November 19, has severely injured 2. Witnesses say the bomb detonated around the Bonandale entrance, Rai Bonaberi. Audrey Zatsa completes the story in the following report.
The explosion occurred in the night of Wednesday, 18th November, getting to this Thursday, November 19, at the roundabout of Ride, precisely at Entre Bonandale in Douala 4. According to local sources, in an attempt to dispose of the improvised explosive devices, the alleged suspects got severely injured while handling the explosive devices and were carried to the nearby health center.
J'étais ici là vers les 23 heures. Ici là, il y a une bombe qui s'est explosée. Il y avait un jeune homme qui était en train de passer avec un sac d'eau. Ça a porté au jeune homme, tapé, ça a coupé son pied. Pour le moment, il ne sait pas encore, mais on a amené le jeune homme à l'hôpital. Ils étaient deux, avec un gars, ça a fendu le visage.
One of the alleged suspects has his right leg almost cut off, and the other sustained burns on his face with his eyes severely affected. Investigations by forces of law and order made it possible to find 3 sachets of black powder, motorcycle battery packs and electric cables, and has equally led to the arrest of a 3rd suspect. While waiting for the results of further investigations which may shed light on the explosion of this homemade bomb, an inhabitant explains his fears as he has never seen such.
Tout ce qui sont passés ici, ça nous a dépassé parce que je suis ici pendant 23 ans, ici au rail. Les choses comme ça là qui s'est passé, ça nous a dépassé parce que depuis que je suis ici, on n'a pas vu les choses comme ça là.
It is important to note that this is the 2nd bomb explosion in the space of 3 years in the economic capital. On September 22, 2007, the explosion of a homemade bomb left a huge hole in the walls of Société Camerounaise des Dépôts Houliers, SCDP, without loss of life.
Cameroon media is mourning the death of Edward Ekomi, popularly known as Dr. Eddie Boy. He died yesterday evening at the Boya Regional Hospital after a brief illness. His corpse has been deposited at the Boya Regional Hospital mortuary pending burial. Details of the life and death of late Edward Ekomi in the following report. Edward Kmer was a professional radio technician and sound engineer who worked with different radio houses in Cameroon. Eddie Boy, as fondly called, was and is recognized by many as one of the best, if not the best, radio technicians Cameroon had. His mastery of the art made him stand different amongst his peers. He is noted for his humility, good sense of humor, and readiness to train and encourage youth in his domain. He was snatched by the cold hands of death at about 8 p.m. Thursday, November 19. Even the wills of his trainees and wife could not bring back Dr. Eddie Boy. The Crise accompanied him to the land of no return. In the words of one of his trainees, Betila, confirming his death, "I just left the mortuary now." He refused to get up. According to reports, Kmer Edward died after a brief illness after just 8 months in holy matrimony. He was married to Alice Lekier, a journalist with a media house based in the southwest region. Their union gave smiles to many within the Cameroonian media landscape. This joy was short-lived on November 19. Having spent a great part of his life within the Southwest media family, namely Media Afrique Radio, Ocean City Radio, just to mention these few, he will be greatly missed by colleagues, fans, friends, well-wishers, and admirers. Late Edward Ekomi is succeeded by his wife, Alice Lekier, and 2 boys. In the words of Emily Dickinson, dying is a wild night and a new road. Every man must do 2 things alone, his own believing and his own dying. So says Martin Luther. Rest in peace, Kmer Edward, aka Dr. Eddie Boy. Let's now get the reaction from Southwest-based journalist Betila over the passing away of late Edward Ekomi.
Standing here today to talk about Dr. Eddie Boy, he was a man that I love so much because I remember my early stage in journalism. There was a day I entered the studio, I almost gave up because of the little challenges in the newsroom. I remember his voice. He said, "Betila, don't ever give up because of a single challenge." He was a father to me while I was working at Media Afrique Radio. He gave me the strength to move. So yesterday at the mortuary, I was like, I called Dr. Eddie, "Get up." Like I always call him, elegance. But unfortunately for me, I could not even hear his voice anymore. I looked around and I was like, who will tell me that, Betila? I know who I am. I was born like this. I saw him helplessly there. And looking at his wife, barely 8 months into marriage, not even a legacy for his wife to remember him for. Dr. Eddie Boy, he was a friend, he was a role model to me that I will forever remember him for. I cannot say that I am happy. I'm bleeding inside because it's just like a nightmare I'm still to recover from, but it sounds like a dream, but it's a reality. But all I can say is, we love you, but God loves you more. Rest in peace.
The Lord giveth and the Lord taketh. On to something else, the mayor of Limba 3 Council, Barrister Seke Djibouti Luma, has pointed out the delay in process to award state lands to Limba 3 Council to execute developmental project as a major setback to the development of the municipality. He made this statement while presiding over the first ordinary session for the adoption of the administrative management and stores keepers accounts for the 2019 financial year. Details with Kumono Rimbom.
The mayor of Limba 3 Council, Barrister Seke Djibouti Luma, has disclosed to the population that the decrease in the realization of the projected budget for the 2019 financial year is as a result of poor road works linking the municipality. He made this statement while presiding over the first ordinary session dedicated for the examination and adoption of the administrative management and stores keepers account for the 2019 financial year. The drop in the projected budget is as a result of all the labors which remains the greatest preoccupation of the population and a deterrent factor to investors.
It's been very difficult for the population of this municipality to carry on with their activities. The worst is that you need to see this population carrying their dead. It's not easy to carry a coffin on your heads from the town to the village to bury a family relative. Under which roads? So it's really a call for concern. And to tell you the truth, our roads, the precarious state of our roads is further enhanced by the fact that CDC has heavy machinery that they use on our roads on a day-to-day basis. No matter what we do, their tractors are always there digging the roads.
The mayor even regretted the fact that the council has not been able to secure land earmarked for developmental projects.
I don't want to get into how CDC manages her land or the state land in her possession. I am just asking for the community's own fair share. There is no single civil servant or a state agent transferred to Limba municipality that resides here. All of them reside in town. If we can succeed in building 24 apartments given to us by Fcfa via Credit Foncier, it will boost, it will encourage agents and civil servants to stay here to better serve the population of this municipality.
Despite the decrease in the projected budget, Kmer Council succeeded to realize the following projects for the 2019 financial year: the realization of the community development plan, construction of a nursery block at government nursery school, and 2 classrooms at government secondary school Nairobi, construction of a borehole, and the council building, rehabilitation and equipping of BrigadeAntiSardinard Center, supply of electricity to the Cameroon village, and support to the vulnerable population, amongst others.
Gladys Bomotongina compiled news-making stories around Africa in the French language.
Au Uganda, le bilan des 2 jours d'affrontements entre les partisans du leader de l'opposition Bobi Wine et les forces de maintien de l'ordre est énorme, soit 28 morts et 45 blessés déjà enregistrés. Ceci c'est sans compter le pillage et destruction des magasins, les feux mis dans des rues et bien d'autres dégâts matériels. Il faut noter que tout ceci survient après l'arrestation mercredi de ce dernier, sous le motif d'organisateur de rassemblements illégaux et contraires au règlement de lutte contre la pandémie de coronavirus. En Éthiopie, le docteur Nega, récemment nommé gouverneur par le gouvernement d'Addis Abeba, a tenu sa première conférence de presse où il met en cause l'emprise du Fonds de libération du peuple du Tigré sur les enfants mineurs en vue de la déstabilisation du pays. En effet, il déclare que le TPLF a commis de nombreux actes contre l'unité, la souveraineté et la défense du pays, et que le fait de former plusieurs jeunes et enfants mineurs au nom de forces spéciales en est une preuve. Au Mali, les responsables politiques du pays et 3 ministres se sont entretenus en vue d'établir un dialogue de confiance entre le pouvoir provisoire résultant du coup d'État d'août et les politiques qui se demandent toujours quel sera le rôle des militaires dans le futur gouvernement de transition, car ces derniers redoutent la nomination d'un membre de la junte à la tête du futur Conseil national de transition. Une peur qui s'est vue rassurée par les ministres de l'administration territoriale et de la refondation de l'État, présents à cette rencontre.
In health, gastroesophageal reflux disease is a chronic digestive disease affecting more than 1 million globally, with symptoms like purging, heartburn, nausea, dry cough, amongst others. The disease may be an indication of another or other diseases and health conditions like hernia, depression, high blood pressure, and obesity. With aim to create awareness this month of November, sufferers are encouraged to quit smoking, alcohol, and junk food. And now we talk sports. The town of Limba will this weekend Savo Gold football when Option Sports Academy and Victoria United face each other in a friendly match ahead of the new season in the Southwest region. The friendly match programmed for this Saturday at 3:30 p.m. will take place at the Limba Community Field, as a sportsman Fabrice Keninga tells us in the following report.
Option Sports Academy of Limba will this Saturday challenge historic Southwest Football Club Victoria United alias Opopo in a local derby, counting for preparations ahead of the upcoming football season in the region. The clash built for the Limba Community Field at 3:30 p.m. is expected to produce some fireworks, as both teams have been preparing hard for the new season and know themselves so well. It is no doubt a juicy and a palatable fixture to watch. Option Sports Academy of President Henry Neba Awanto have been the most active club during this preparation, playing series of top-notch friendlies and recording impressive results. The team held Cameroon champions PW Social Football Club of Bamenda to a 1-1 draw, defeated Elite 2 side Ofta of Kribi, and has lost just one game during this period of friendlies against Panthère Sportif of Nde. On their part, Victoria United Football Club has carried out a metamorphosis. There is a new management team. New coach Njoko Barnabas has been training with the club and wants to take the team to the top tier.
My objective is to make sure, I think this club, I always have that belief there that this club is not where it's supposed to be. Coming here is to make sure that this club finds the glory of the early championship.
The coach of Option Sports Academy believes in his team.
For now, Option is waxing strong. Our preparation is very good. The only problem we have some of our players that are sick, but I think in days ahead they will recover and they will come back strong. But for the Auction team, we are preparing very hard to start the season. If the season has to start tomorrow, I think we are prepared to start a very good season.
The rivalry between these teams is what will certainly pull the football-loving population of Limba to the community field this Saturday at 3:30 p.m. In the meantime, an official date for the commencement of the championship is yet to be announced.
Prime News ends here. The news was produced by Ewane Airline Olinga, coordinated by Lasha Kingsley. My name is Genda Pelgin Blanche King. Thanks for watching. Join us on Monday at 6:30 for another edition of Prime News on My Major Prime at 7 p.m. Cameroon time. Prime Hour will be live with Kum Leonard and his analyst. Stay tuned to My Major Prime. Happy viewing. Happy weekend.